Evening, Rennie. All right, good evening, good evening. I'm seeing 3 persons. I think we can wait another few minutes. Did you see my email with some information? And you saw that, and you were able to access the videos on my YouTube channel?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So we begin in a few minutes. Let me just wait because some persons are working. I think the class is about is a good number of students. I'm only seeing, this is not even half the class. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I need at least 6, 7 students before we formally begin, okay?
Yes, sir. Sir, quick question.
Yes, go ahead.
If you already have a LinkedIn profile, I don't need to recreate one.
No, you don't need to recreate one. What you're going to do now is just to rebrand it, quote unquote, in terms of it being a resume.
Well, sir, all of that was done before, so.
Okay, good. So the only other thing that I'd want you to get is 2 recommendations. It is section there that says recommendation. Get
Yes,
2
sir.
recommendations from persons who are, so not your friend, no, the person must have some weight.
I know, sir, I have 2 already.
Okay.
Just
Oh,
to
you
add
have
it
2 already? Okay, then you are.
Just to add it to.
Okay, then you're good already. So all you
So
know need to
I
do is,
also promoted my business on that site as well, because person actually applied for my business.
okay, what kind of business you do?
Sir, I do skin and hair care.
Okay.
They are made from natural oils and natural seeds. I make hair oil, lotion,
So
body mist.
are you presenting at Research Day?
Repeat, sir?
Are you presenting at Research Day? If you make them, is it that, what do you make them from? No, don't tell me what you make them from, but so you said that they're natural, right? So organic stuff?
Yes, sir.
So you should present at Research Day. This is an opportunity for you to introduce your products to the entire college. I can help you put it together. I can help you put it together if you want. So I'll tell you, I'll help you to put together the abstract and all of that. We can talk outside of class.
All right, sir, no problem. Really
All right, yeah,
appreciate
man. So all I suggest to you guys now is just to, so Georgette already has her LinkedIn. So what you now need to do is to go over to her Facebook account, and both everybody would do that, would have to do LinkedIn and Facebook. But we're not there yet, but I told you it so that you can start doing it in advance. All right. Today we're going to do a kind of, let's call it open book class test, because we need to kind of revise some of the content that we have covered so far before I delve deeply into other content. On Monday, we should have a guest lecturer, and he's going to look specifically at how to do PowerPoint presentation and using Excel in terms of, and including Excel in presentations, all right, or doing presentations using Excel. He's actually the marketing officer for the college, so he's going to come and assist you with that, because you know that is also a part of business communication. You have to be able to do presentations, especially when it comes on to reports. You want to, people don't want to read a very thick document. Visual communication is very important in the professional environment. All right, so I'm just waiting on 2 or 3 more students and we begin officially. I'm waiting on about 2 or 3 more students before I begin. Okay, guys? And I
sir.
hope you saw the email that indicate the change of dates for the mid-semester exam. Not sure if you saw that, but when I got the email, I sent it to all students.
Yes, sir, we have received it.
Okay, all right. So the new date for exam now is going to be, I actually put it in my phone, April 12th. We're going to do it the week of April 12th, which is the Monday to the 17th. We're going to do it in the final, the second week of mid-semester exam, not the first week. So there is time. There's more content to cover. I'm going to give you more. So I'll begin when a few more students are here. It's kind of late, but I'm not sure where everybody is. All right, check your email for me, please. Check your email for me and tell me if you want to do a class activity. As a kind of a revision, because I think we have been digesting a lot of content, but we need to reflect upon the content before we go further into other discussions. Just let me know if you're seeing the document.
Yes, sir. It's called mid-semester.
Right, so it's a practice, it's kind of a practice question. I'm going to put you guys in groups of 2. So, and then when the others, I'll just add them to the respective groups. So Georgette and Renee, you're in group 1. You're doing the first question. Jahim, Glenell, and Kamala Harrison, you're doing the second question. You're in group 2 and you're working together as a team. So only one answer. You're just producing the answer as a group. So it's not individual persons who are going to have the answer, all right? I suggest, however, though, that everybody has a copy of the answer because you never know, you might get something like this, something similar either on the mid-semester or even on the final exam. Everybody understands? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Jahim, can you answer, please, sir? Kamalian, did you answer?
Yes, sir, I understand.
Yeah. Jahim, are you there, sir? This is my issue now. How do I know that he's related? All right, so I'm going to open the room. I'm giving you actually, you see, I wanted some more students to be here, but I don't know where the students are, but we can't, it's almost half a one, we haven't started anything. And we're going to start as a kind of revision of what we have done by way of a question. And then we get into other discussion. I'm going to actually give everybody for this activity, because it's going to take some time for you to respond to it. I'm giving you 50 minutes. It's now 5:22. 50 minutes. All right, so you should be finished by, good on time, so let me bring up my clock. Where's don't I have a timer? Where's my clock? World clock. I don't want a world clock, I just want to see. No, I want a timer. My God, no. Oh yeah, that could actually work.
6:33.
Don't embarrass the lecturer, please. All right, so my timer starts. So I'm going according to my timer, 6:33. And as persons join, they're going to go into one of the 2 groups. Okay, guys? And remember, you can Google your answer, you can do all of that. Just ensure that it reflects your own words, because then I'm going to show you how to structure it in terms of essay, and also how you're going to upload it to turn it in and all of that, so that we can check for plagiarism. All right, guys?
Okay, sir.
Right, and if anything, you can invite me into your breakout room if you're having a challenge. But try and ensure that you try to work it out as a group before you invite me into the group. All right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, go into the group. So me, I've opened the breakout room. So Patricia Williams. Let's put Patricia Williams. I put you in group room 2, Patricia. Renee,
Sir,
which way?
can you put me back in group one, please? My computer shut down on me just now.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right, I am sure you guys would have done extensive preparation and read this stimulus and come up with a response. However, that's not where I'm going to start. That's something that we're going to carry over into the other class. We're going to present on it. So I want to get now into the whole notion of writing in a business environment. Originally, we were looking at we looked at the evolution of business communication from 1.0 to 3.0. We looked at the types of communication. We looked at organizational culture, organizational structure. We looked at organizational communication. So now we're in the business space now, and we want to have a discussion about the types of writing. Or first of all, we want to understand writing in a business environment and understand the types of writing in a business environment, the groups of writing in business environment, or the groups of business documents that are used. And then we go into one specific type of written document in the business environment, which is a resume, but we're looking at the different types of the resumes and how the resume has evolved as the kinds of platforms and channels that are used by business communicators, how the resume itself has to some extent moved along in terms of the platforms where businesses are accepting them. So the first thing we want to have a discussion about is somewhat of the rationale about writing in the business environment.
When you start a new job,
you'll be expected.
All right, guys, are you hearing me? Can you just say something so I know that you guys are hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay.
Yes, sir, we're hearing you.
And did you hear that?
Yes, sir.
And you're seeing my screen as well, right? Okay. So 2 to 3 points that you identify, 2 to 3 points based on the recording.
When you start a new job, you'll be expected to have good writing skills to communicate with your work colleagues, clients or customers, and a range of other people from outside your business or organisation. The type of writing skills you need to do your work well will depend on your occupation, the task you are doing, and its purpose. Different forms of writing are required in different job situations. Some jobs require writing longer detailed documents where others expect you to fill in data or short pieces of information. In most workplaces, you'll be expected to write emails, fill in forms such as leave and accident forms, keep a diary or work schedule, and record information that is relevant to your job. In some workplaces, you may be expected to use handwriting, but in most jobs, you are now required to use a computer. Either way, your writing should make sense and carry a clear message. To convey information clearly, you will need to use words and expressions which are common in your field of work. For example, if you work in a government office, you'll need to understand and use the written language of business and administration. But if you work in community safety, you'll need to know and write the language of rescue and survival. Most workers develop their writing skills with time and experience. However, at all levels of work, you will need to write language appropriate to the reader. Who you are writing to and what you are writing about will affect the type of language you choose. You need to make good choices so that people understand you and your message. Poor writing skills can sometimes cause misunderstandings and create problems for you and your workplace. There is training support available to help you in your current or future work roles, which will provide you with a valuable advantage in study, work, and life. If you need further information and...
All right, so can you tell me what are some of the reason for writing in a business environment, or the rationale for writing in a business environment? Go ahead, I'm listening. Hello? Go ahead, students, I'm listening. Guys, you need to talk. Do I need to replay the video? Is it that you were not paying attention?
Sir, you can do that, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Uh,
When you start a new job, you'll be expected to have good writing skills to communicate with your work colleagues, clients or customers, and a range of other people from outside your business or organisation. The type of writing skills you need to do your work well will depend on your occupation, the task you are doing, and its purpose. Different forms of writing are required in different job situations. Some jobs require writing longer detailed documents where others expect you to fill in data or short pieces of information. In most workplaces, you'll be expected to write emails, fill in forms such as leave and accident forms, keep a diary or work schedule, and record information that is relevant to your job. In some workplaces, you may be expected to use handwriting, but in most jobs, you are now required to use a computer. Either way, your writing should make sense and carry a clear message. To convey information clearly, you will need to use words and expressions which are common in your field of work. For example, if you work in a government office, you'll need to understand and use the written language of business and administration. But if you work in community safety, you'll need to know and write the language of rescue and survival. Most workers develop their writing skills with time and experience. However, at all levels of work, you will need to write language appropriate to the reader. Who you are writing to and what you are writing about will affect the type of language you choose. You need to make good choices so that people understand you and your message. Poor writing skills can sometimes cause misunderstandings and create problems for you and your workplace. There is training support available to help you in your current or future work roles, which will provide you with a valuable advantage in study, work, and life. If you need further information and advice on foundation skills support, make contact with your Industry Skills Council now.
Right, so I'm asking, what were some of the reasons or the rationale for business writing or writing in a business environment?
So the message that you translate can be clear and precise so the person can understand you.
Okay, yes. Someone else was about to say something. Go ahead.
Convey information and help solve problems.
Yes. And of course, you want to ensure that the information is unambiguous. In other words, there are no double meanings and so forth. The language has to use a certain tone. And these are some of the things that we're going to be looking at some examples of professional writing gone bad and how we can avoid making those kinds of errors or those kinds of mistakes in the professional environment. It's very, very critical that we don't make those kinds of mistakes. All right. The other thing that we want to look at in terms of writing in the business environment is the types of business documents that let us first look at the groups of business documents that you may come across, the broad groups, and then under the broad groups, now we look at the types of business documents. Please remember that you're supposed to be taking notes.
Hi, this is Derek Hendricks, and today we're going to talk about business documents, specifically the types of business documents. Now, there are so many, so we've clustered. Hi, this is Derek Hendricks, and today we're going to talk about business documents, specifically the types of business documents. Now, there are so many types of business documents that it's impossible to give you a list here. It would take quite a bit of time. So we've clustered them into genres, in other words, the groups of business documents, and this could be anything from a one-paragraph email to literally a 600-page report. Let's have a look at the types of business documents. Good. The first business document that we're going to look at here are business plans and goals. Now, the difference between a business plan and goals and other documents are that whenever you're busy writing a business plan, or you're busy devising goals, or whether you're writing a strategy, you are busy planning for the future. In other words, you are anticipating uncertain events. And the moment something is uncertain, it implies risk. So when you write a business document such as a business plan or a strategy or goals, you are estimating what the future would be like. You are predicting where this organization would be or where you are going. In other words, the thing that we deal with here is risk. Risk means that there's uncertainty. Therefore, when a business plan is submitted, it's going to require very detailed analysis and numbers, because numbers reduce risk. Therefore, any business plan without numbers is not a good business plan, because then you're not showing how you're going to reduce the risk. Mathematics takes away the uncertainty. So business plans are usually very numbered, very mathematical, very calculated. It needs to be precise. They always tell us that when you write goals, it should be smart, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time-bound. That reduces the risk. So business plans, strategic documents, goal writing, this is predicting an uncertain future, and therefore it's a different type of writing. It's a document where you need to prove that the future is going to become less risky through the plan that you are submitting. The second type of document that we're looking at, or genre of business documents, are accounting documents. Now, accounting documents, unlike plans and goals, accounting documents look at the past. Plans and goals look at the uncertain future. Therefore, plans and goals need to minimize the risk of future uncertainty, and accounting documents basically give a record of the past. As with business plans and goals, accounting documents have to be specific. We need to know that this is a reliable account of what has happened within this organization. Now, if you work with accounting documents, there are three basic concepts that you work with. One, assets, what are we worth? Two, liabilities, what do we owe people? And three, owner's equity, in other words, what is the owner's contribution towards this organization or company? So those three things always have to balance out in any accounting document. Mostly when you work with accounting documents, the thing that we are interested in is in income and expenses. What are we giving out and what are we getting in? If we are giving more money out than we're getting in, then we're in trouble. If we're getting more money in than we're giving out, then we're a profitable company. So accounting documents are very important. It's regulated through the accounting practices and various accounting boards. So there's a lot of rules and regulations about how to submit accounting documents, unlike with business plans and goals, where it's very much up to the creativity of the organization itself. The third genre that we look at is customer service documents. Now, customer service documents is there to give us a track record of how we deal with the customers and the customers deal with us. In other words, it gives us a record of our interaction with our customers. These could be in various forms. It could be things like customer service complaint forms or customer inquiries. Usually customer service documentation is regulated by a CRM system. If not, then it's done manually. Very important, your customers are the lifeblood of your organization. If you don't have proper record of how they interact with you and how you interact with them, you might lose these customers. And if you lose your customers, you're not in business anymore. Therefore, customer service documents extremely important. A fourth genre of business documents are business reports. Now, business report is almost a combination of what we spoke about past. We talked about the business plans and goals, and then we talked about accounting documents. The one looks at the future, the other one looks at the past. A business report could be a combination of both. In fact, a business report could be any information that a manager needs at a specific point in time. So it could be very specific. The manager might want to know, how are we going to run the year-end function? Or it could be, how did the year-end function go? In other words, the report could imply what's going to happen, or the report could imply what did happen. Most organizations have got specific rules on reports, so there's reports that have to go out quarterly or monthly or weekly, depending on your management needs. But a business report is directly tied to the needs of the specific manager managing the unit or organization, and it could be between 1 page and 500 pages, depending on the organization. The fifth genre of business writing is operational documents. Now, operational documents are all the documentation that you need to run your day-to-day business activities. This could be a project plan, this could be an action program, this could be meeting minutes, it could be daily reports to the supervisor, everything that you need on a day-to-day basis to basically run the business and to keep track of how this business is run is an operational document. And there you've got your five main genres of business writing. In the next session, we look at genres of writing, in other words, writing style.
All right, so what are the various broad categories of business documents?
So operational document,
For
which
yeah,
is basically
go ahead.
day-to-day operation of how you will set out. You're not hearing me, sir?
I'm hearing you. I said, go ahead. Hello?
Hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you. I said,
Oh,
go ahead.
I'm saying day-to-day operational document, which is your day-to-day activity. That is how you are planning to complete the day, whether it is a specific task. You also have business plan and goal writing. That is
All right,
where
so yeah, go ahead.
that is where you make you create your proof that the future is going to be good, that the future is certain. You will be able to identify your errors. You have accounting
All
documents,
right, one pause
which is
there.
the ones
One
that are
pause. Un momento. All right, so when he mentions business plan, there's a different way. There's a different way of how somebody looks at a business plan. A business plan sometimes is also a document that is produced by a product manager who, for example, thinks that a new product will do well in the marketplace. It could be that somebody is trying to start a business, but the document, what they call the document that people talk, that identifies the organizational goals and the vision and the mission for the next 3 to 5 years, that is called a strategic plan. I'm actually going to a strategic planning function on Friday, a strategic plan, which is another type of business document that looks at an organization in a very overarching way. All right, and as it says strategic, it means that there are targets in it, operational and organizational targets that are going to be used to measure the success and or failure of the business over time. It also speaks to the whole notion of risk management and all of that. Go ahead, Ms. Muirhead, continue. Was it Ms. Muirhead or Ms. Richards? Continue. You were at accounting documents.
It was Richard. Yes, sir. Accounting documents. This one now it is listed. It has records of our past events, basically
Or how did
history.
you reach in it? Stop
And
using
this
personal
is
pronouns. Stop saying our and you because you're not in it. You need to talk from
sorry.
third person perspective.
This is how the organization list their past events in which they can go back to find out if there is any uncertainty. There is another one which is the business report. The business report can consist of both the past and the future. It can range from about 1 page to 500 pages, depending on the vast information that you are putting in it, that the business is putting in it. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Anybody else?
And
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Continue.
no, sir, my internet support for the fourth one, so I actually only got 4 and not
Okay.
5.
All right. Any other? Anybody else? Renee, what say you? You're the other Richards that is always.
Georgia said everything when me just said go on.
No, but she never mentioned all of them. She never mentioned the customer service documents. Can you think of an example of a customer service document?
Right, sir. Basically, when I talk about customer service, we might not know on a daily basis.
No. Listen, hold on. I never said customer service. I said customer service documents. There's a difference. So I don't want you to skew the conversation towards customer service. You said customer service documents. So I'm asking, can you think of an example of a customer service document?
I was going to state how we treat with customer documents being processed in a quick and faster day.
Example, you're not giving me an example, you're just describing, but you're not give me a
Let's say, sir, we have some applications, right?
So you have application forms. Yes, that's
application form we receive on a particular day, and we have like
Yes.
a goal of
Questionnaire
2
can also
days
be
to
one.
get them out.
Yes. Questionnaire is really for research, so you don't necessarily have research in that way. But another one could be a customer complaint policy.
Invoices, that's customer service. How long would it take to
Well,
generate?
the invoice itself would be an accounting document. It wouldn't be customer service because invoices.
Sir?
Yes. What is
Sir,
an
look
invoice?
here, you have some persons that get invoiced in the workplace and them take long for process it.
No, but
So
what
the
you're looking,
customer start complaining.
hold on. You see what you're doing, you're conflating customer service itself with customer service document. As I told you not to, we're not talking about in other words, we're not looking at the experience of the customer. We're looking at the documents that are used to communicate between the company and the customer. So one, as you rightly said, for example, an application form, because you would give a customer an application form to fill out. For example, you'd also give them a customer complaint form sometimes to fill out, whether that be in person or you have it an electronic version of that. You might give them other policy documents about safety procedures, like when they enter the compound as a visitor. You see what I mean? So there are various other documents that are given to people who are considered customers. What are some of the documents that you have been given by Excelsior because you are our customers? What are the documents you have been given by the institution?
Sir, nothing.
Sir, the manual. We get a manual.
Sir, also we did start, we get one manual.
So what's a manual? What's the name of the manual? What is it called?
Remember.
Outside of the manual, what else we give you?
Sir, them send with the class schedule every day.
All right, so is that a document though? We give you the student handbook. That's one thing we give you. We give you the application form. We give you student handbook. We give you, what else do we give you? We give you graduation package. We give you certificates, things like that. We give you, sometimes we give you printed class notes and all of that. All right, so guys, we will continue on next week. So we're going to start next week class with the activity that it did for me, and then we complete this lecture, okay?
Okay, sir.
All right, have a good evening, everybody. Good night,
You too,
everybody, I
sir.
should say.